We just want to give you a brief synopsis of an arrest that was made here by members of the 110th Precinct Public Safety earlier this morning. Today, on Wednesday, June 12th, at about 1:30 in the morning, in the vicinity of 86th Street in Ditmas. And that location should be significant because on June 3rd, on 86th and 23rd Street, we had two members of this department in the public safety team who were shot from the 115. So a block away from that incident, members of the 110 Precinct Public Safety team, consisting of one sergeant, three police officers in uniform in an unmarked car, were patrolling in the area. They were out late at night addressing robbery conditions, addressing patterns involving mopeds and vehicles, the same as their brother officers in the 115 precinct were doing on June 3rd. Our officers were out there. They observed a black Ford Explorer with a blacked out license plate. The license plate, you couldn't even see the license plate. The covering was so dark. Our officers stopped the vehicle based on that. They started to conduct an investigation, and pursuant to that investigation, they recover one 9mm Glock handgun. They recovered 9 loaded magazines. They recover a heavy body armor. They recover handcuffs, NYPD uniform items, 2 axes, a stun gun, multiple knives, a weighted whip, and an expandable baton. A lot of the equipment is right there. You'll be able to see it in a little while. And this is the reason why we wanted to bring attention to this arrest, because members of this department make gun arrests, weapons arrests for knives every day. But arrests of this magnitude, the amount of ammunition, NYPD paraphernalia in the car was significant. We wanted to make sure that we updated the community as well as the press. So identified and arrested at this moment is Judd Sampson. He's a 29-year-old male. He gives an address of 191 Jamaica Avenue, but this is currently under investigation. We haven't confirmed that yet. We will continue to investigate this incident. It will be investigated by the Detective Bureau along with our intel unit to just see what else we can learn about this arrest. But again, our members out there, 1:30 in the morning, members of our public safety team, while many people were sleeping, I was sleeping, our officers are out there making sure that we are safe. Our community is safe. People are traveling late at night, traveling from their events, traveling to and from work, are safe. All right, they're out there looking for patterns, looking for ghost vehicles, looking for mopeds. And I'll let Commissioner Daughtry, Deputy Commissioner of Operations, speak a little bit about some of the patterns that have been going on and the ghost cars and why we put such an emphasis on it. The work that these officers are doing are keeping people safe and saving lives. An obstructed plate turns into an arrest for a person that is heavily armed, gun, knives, weapons, very dangerous for our community. Mr. Daughtry.
Thank you, Chief. My name is Deputy Commissioner Kaz Daughtry, Deputy Commissioner of Operations, and like the Chief said, obstructed license plate, ghost car. Ask yourself, why did he have his license plate covered for? What was his intent to do with all of these items inside of his vehicle? You should know that this year, 683 year-to-date ghost vehicles, those are obstructed plates that we seized, confiscated off the street. Paper plates, 2,875 taken off our streets citywide. I'll say this, and sometimes I feel like being a police officer is a thankless job. I feel like the officers don't get the credit and the acknowledgement that they deserve from making these type of arrests. And on behalf of the police commissioner, the first deputy commissioner, they want to extend their gratitude and thank you for going out there and continuing to keep New Yorkers safe. These vehicles, when you do cover your license plate, when you're riding around for temporary tag, what is your intent? To avoid the fare? Sometimes that is. However, we are seeing an uptick on individuals that are committing shootings, robberies, burglaries, home invasions. Their method of transportation is a vehicle, sometimes stolen vehicle, and I would say about 80% of the times they have a license plate cover. So the CRT teams, our NST teams and public safety teams will be out there aggressively going after these vehicles, and our intent is to remove all of these illegal ghost cars and temporary tags that are not properly registered off our streets. And we will continue to do what we have to do to keep New Yorkers safe. At this time, we'll take any questions. Anthony.
What do you think the motivation was behind this? We've seen reports of some sort of writings on the weapons. Can you explain what was written and what he might have been wanting to do
Yep.
with this cash that you found?
So right now, this is still an ongoing investigation, and I'm not exactly sure what was actually written or what you're talking about, Anthony. But this is an open investigation, and we're not going to comment on that.
You know what?
Yeah.
Just really quick. Also, that was recovered. There was a New York City Transit vest that was recovered as well. Right now, we don't see any connections, but that will be part of the investigation. And I do want to take a moment to acknowledge Police Officer Nunziata, and he's smiling because he has a long name. Police Officer Chris Dulo. I just want to acknowledge them for their bravery and their hard work out there. We'll take any other questions.
Rocco, the chief intel's not here. Does that mean they discounted him as a possible terror threat, or is it still too early to tell?
It's still too early. This is an active investigation. The detective squad's involved, and sometimes just because they're not here doesn't mean they're not actively involved in the investigation. They're doing computer work, there's phone work. So we're going to be very thorough with this
And
investigation.
is there any indication of where he was coming from or heading to? Did he say anything?
That's all part of the investigation right now.
All right. What do you know about Judge Santos? Does he have any priors or terroristic relations?
We don't know that at the moment, but we're still confirming if that's actually who he is. We're still confirming that as well. So that's all part of the investigation.
All right, we got time for one more?
Vandalism in the 7-6 and in Upper East Side.
We're talking on topic here. Any other questions? Back there.
Is there anything that you found written in the car that might have been pertaining to the investigation? Anything that would give you an idea of why you might have these things?
As Commissioner Daughtry touched on, there were some things written, but right now it's under active investigation, so we're not at liberty to discuss that. The Detective Bureau, intel if need be, will update you later through DCPI.
All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time and attention. I'll get that to you. I have it online, I'll tell you the charges. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.